endless glory.
The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. Luke. Some people told Jesus about the Galileans whose blood Pilate had mingled with the blood of their sacrifices. Jesus said to them in reply, "Do you think that because these Galileans suffered in this way, they were greater sinners than all other Galileans? By no means. But I tell you, if you do not repent, you will all perish as they did. Or those 18 people who were killed when the Tower of Siloam fell on them. Do you think they were more guilty than everyone else who lived in Jerusalem? By no means. But I tell you, if you do not repent, you will all perish as they did." And he told them this parable. There once was a person who had a fig tree planted in his orchard. And when he came in search of fruit on it, but found none, he said to the gardener, "For 3 years now I have come in search of fruit on this fig tree, but I have found none. So cut it down. Why should it exhaust the soil?" He said to him in reply, "Sir, leave it for this year also, and I shall cultivate the ground around it and fertilize it. It may bear fruit in the future. If not, you can cut it down." The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
I want to talk about something that Pope Francis is going to do this coming Friday, and why it's significant for the Church and for the world, and most especially the world, and for us. He is going to consecrate Russia and the Ukraine to the Immaculate Heart of the Blessed Virgin Mary this coming Friday. And there's a very specific reason why Pope Francis is going to do this. You see, in the Church, we have what we call public revelation, which ended with the death of the last apostle. In other words, the good news is complete. There's nothing more that God is going to tell us that he has not already told us about salvation history and about our salvation. It's complete. However, there is in the Church what we call private revelation. And sometimes God does things in the course of history. He intervenes because we're weak. Sin has darkened the mind and has weakened the will, and sometimes we find ourselves off the beaten path. Dead ends and detours. And so it becomes necessary for God to kind of intervene, to bring us back. And so in the history of the Church and in the history of salvation, God has sent his mother to earth over and over and over again in approved apparitions, not to reveal something new, but to remind us of what Jesus has already taught us about why it is necessary to repent and to turn to the Lord. As I said a couple of weekends ago, what is our orientation? Ad orientem or ad populum, the world. And so in 1917, God sent his mother to the earth. And she appeared to 3 little shepherd children, 3 young kids. And the Mother of God most often appears to young children because of their innocence and their purity. So she appeared to Francisco, Jacinta, and Lucia. And she revealed to them three secrets. Three secrets. And the first secret that she revealed to these three little shepherd children, she gave them a vision of hell. And in hell they saw souls that were falling into hell like snowflakes. And they saw the souls who were suffering terribly in this lake of fire. She showed that to them so that they would know and that the world would know that hell exists. Hell exists. The second secret that she revealed to them was that the First World War was soon going to end. But if people did not repent, that there would be soon a much greater and more terrible war, World War II. And then she revealed to them a third secret that she said to them should not be revealed to the world until after 1965, because some things in the secret would not make any sense. And so Francisco and Jacinta died at a very young age. But Lucia became a consecrated religious, and she lived to be quite old. And so she wrote down the secrets, and they were given to the Holy Father. And Pope after Pope after Pope had the opportunity to reveal the third secret of Fatima, and they chose not to. They chose not to. But in 2000, Pope Benedict XVI revealed the contents of the third secret. Here's part of what the third secret says as Mary's words to Sister Lucia concerning the third secret. She said, "I shall come to ask for the consecration of Russia to my Immaculate Heart, and the communion of reparation on the first Saturdays. If my requests are heeded," and we should open quotes and close quotes with regards to "if my requests are heeded," Russia will be converted and there will be peace. If not, she will spread her errors throughout the world, causing wars and persecutions in the church. The good will be martyred. The Holy Father will have much to suffer, and various nations will be annihilated. This was in 1917. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? If my requests are heeded, Russia will be converted. If not, she will continue to spread her errors throughout the world, causing wars, persecutions in the church. The good will be martyred, and the Holy Father will have much to suffer, and various nations will be annihilated. What we are experiencing now in 2022 is something that Mary prophesied in 1917 in Fatima. So here's what was done. Here's what was done. Pope after pope after pope consecrated in one way or another to the Immaculate Heart of Mary but not in the way she asked. Not in the way that heaven asked. And when Mary comes, it's her Son who's asking through her. Remember, Mary's a mother, and she comes with a mother's heart. She comes to speak to her children. We are all her children. Jesus gave her to us at the foot of the cross. There is nothing like a mother's love. Dads do not understand a mom's love. Moms carry their children for 9 months, and there is a special bond that mothers have with their children that fathers do not have. So here's what was done. In 1982, Pope John Paul II consecrated the world to the Immaculate Heart of Mary. And Sister Lucia said that heaven accepted the consecration. That heaven accepted the consecration. But here's the caveat. The consecration isn't magic. It isn't like John Paul waved a magic wand and said a few words and all of a sudden there's peace in the world. No. No. It's not like that. We have to do our part. So what was done is that the Pope consecrated the world to the Immaculate Heart of Mary. The Church accepted the consecration. Here's what was not done. Mary asked that on the first 5 Saturdays of 5 consecutive months that we go to confession, that we receive Holy Communion, that we say a rosary, and then that we meditate for 15 minutes on the mysteries of the Rosary. All these are to be done with the intention of making reparation to the Immaculate Heart of Mary for the many sins and blasphemies which she is offended by. Remember something. She is his mother. And I don't know about you, but if you blaspheme and you insult my mother, I'm offended. I'm offended. And so we've not heeded that part of the message. We've not done our part. The consecration was made, but we have not responded to the requests of the first 5 Saturdays. We have not responded to the request to go to confession on a monthly basis. We've not responded to going to Holy Communion every Sunday. We've not responded to praying the Rosary and meditating on the mysteries of the Rosary. I'm not saying you, I'm saying the world has not responded. Has not responded. I was watching the news yesterday, and a woman from Ukraine with tears in her eyes kept asking, why are these things happening? Well, Jesus speaks to us about this in the gospel this morning. He says, do you think that because these Galileans suffered in this way, they were greater sinners than all other Galileans? Or those 18 people who were killed when the Tower of Siloam fell on them? Do you think they were more guilty than other people in Jerusalem? By no means. But I tell you, if you do not repent, you will perish as they all did. We need to get on our knees. And we need to beg God to bring peace into the world as he is the only one who can do so. So this coming Friday, Pope Francis, in collaboration with all the bishops in the world and the priests, is going to consecrate Russia and Ukraine to the Immaculate Heart of Mary. Our bishop is going to be reciting that consecration with Pope Francis in union with him at the cathedral at noontime. And he has requested that all of the churches in the diocese be open on Friday and at noontime, that the priests, in union with him and the Holy Father, consecrate Russia and the Ukraine to the Immaculate Heart of Mary. So on Friday, this coming Friday, March 25th, on the feast of the Annunciation of the Blessed Virgin Mary, at noon, I, with Father Adrian, together with all of you, and we invite all of you to come, I hope this church is filled, we will recite the prayer of consecration. We will pray the Rosary, and we will meditate on the mysteries for 15 minutes. My brothers and sisters, when God sends his mother to earth, it's no joke. Listen to what Archbishop Fulton Sheen said in 1973. And mind you, Fulton Sheen's cause for sainthood has been put forward. He said that unless we reverse the destruction of innocent life by abortion, we will come to midnight on the clock of death, which he said will be a nuclear war. Here's where we're at. We are on the precipice, my brothers and sisters. We have weapons of mass destruction that anybody, and we're not any safer here than those people in Ukraine are. And so I'm asking, our bishop is asking, the Holy Father is asking, the Mother of God is asking, Jesus is asking that we repent. Not we, the world, repent. We too, all of us. We all have to claim some share and responsibility for where we're at. Some share. But if we respond, as our Blessed Mother has said, she said, Russia will be converted, and there will be peace. Heaven does not break its promises. When God sends his mother to earth, she comes as a mother to bid us to respond to her Son. I pray that this coming Friday, this church is full, and that we all kneel before the Lord and beg for peace.